Hello, my dear students. Today our lesson about decimal number.
Following fractions, please. 1 out of 10 is read as 1/10. Its meaning is, yes, perfect. It means I have just one part out of a whole 10. Like when you have a bar of chocolate contains 10 parts, you eat just one part, and this means you ate 1 out of 10. The second fraction is 300. 3 parts out of a whole 100. The third fraction is 7 thousandths. Yes, it's 7 parts out of a whole thousand. We know that this fraction's value is so small. Why? Because it's just a parts out of a whole. Decimal numbers are numbers having a new form. The decimal numbers have decimal point like you see as shown. Before the decimal point we have whole numbers, and after the decimal point we have parts of. Before the decimal points you have wholes, you have ones, tens and thousands. After the decimal points you have the parts of a whole, tenths, hundredths and thousandths. You have in the ones place you have 5. In the tens place you have 4. In the hundreds place you have 2. After the decimal point we said we have the parts of the whole. So this one is 1/10, 3 is 300ths, 7 is 7 thousandths. So in the ones place we said we have 5, so it's a whole 5. In the tens place we have 4, which means 40. In the hundreds place we have 2, which is 200. What about the numbers after the decimal point? We said these numbers are parts of a whole, so it has very small value. The one here is in the tenth place, so it's 1 out of 10. The second number, or the second digit, is 3 out of 100 because it's in the hundredth place. In the thousandth place, 7 thousandths. So we have whole, we have decimal point, we have parts. We said the value of the part is so small, so 1 out of 10 is so small value. Which is smaller? 3 out of 100, because you have just 3 parts out of a whole 100, which is much smaller, or very very small, than 7,000. So we can write the number in its expanded form as 200 plus 40 plus 5, and these are the wholes. Then how I write the decimals? It's 1 out of 10, 3 out of 100, 7 out of 1000. So it's 200 plus 40 plus 5 plus 1 out of 10 plus 3 out of 100 plus 7 out of 1000. So when we move from ones to tens, we are multiplying by 10. So from digit to digit in the wholes, we are getting bigger by 10. But in the parts, or when we are moving after the decimal point in the parts, when we are moving, the numbers or the digits are getting smaller by 10. So we divide by 10.